As we review for the test on Unit 3, you've got 4 things you can work on. One is sketching some graphs, one is the review packet, one is the Delta Math review, and then this Unit 3, Think Before You Work. And I wanted to just touch on a couple of things from those. First of all, this review packet would be the number one thing to do. If you're gonna do one thing to get ready for this test, it'd be the review packet. I, of course, would do more than just one thing, but that's probably the most important. Okay, so everything you need to know on the test is right here. So we have our chart where we're talking about the different graphs and how to find concavity and increasing and max and mins and all that. So this table represents probably about 50% of the test. Everything else is listed below. Max and mins, absolute max and mins, you're usually looking for the Y value. Extreme value theorem, intermediate value theorem, and mean value theorem. Remember that mean value theorem is a free response. Then they're all mixed in together for the multiple choice. Particle motion, make sure you can do that stuff on the calculator. That tends to be a tricky area for some. And then optimization, take the derivative, set it equal to 0. Shouldn't be too tough. And linear approximation. Okay. Then I also want you to look at one of the worksheets you should get. Looks like this, and it's something I typed up just to get your brain thinking, but I don't think the directions are very clear. So what this says is to get you to think before you do a problem, such as determine where the graph of f is concave up. So if that's the question, you need to look at what you're given to decide what you're gonna do. So A says, okay, well, you're given the equation for f. So what do? You're gonna take the derivative, take the second derivative, set it equal to 0, get that number line for f double prime and figure out where it is positive, and then that is where f is concave up. And then part B, so you're deciding where f is concave up, but this time you're given a graph of f prime. Well, if you have f prime and you want to talk about the concavity of f, then you look at where the graph of f is increasing. And so I just wanted to give you an area that gets you thinking. And so it's set up in a way so that if you look at number 2, that's how you would actually approach a problem. The problem would say, determine where f has a point of inflection, and then you would have to see what you were given and make a decision about how to find the point of inflection based on the graph or the equation that you were given. Okay, then the other review is sketching graphs. That one's a little bit more self-explanatory. This first one says that f is positive. That means above the x-axis. F is increasing, so going up and to the right, and f is concave up. So you need to sketch something that is above the x-axis, increasing, and concave up. Something like that. Okay? And here's another one that's a little bit trickier. So f is greater than 0. That means above the x-axis. F prime is less than 0. So that means that f is decreasing. F double prime is greater than 0, so f is concave up. So now we're looking for a function above, decreasing, and concave up. So concave up, whoops, that's not concave up. Concave up looks like this. Part of it is decreasing, part of it is increasing. So we're looking for the decreasing, concave up, above the x-axis. So that's everything. Just wanted to touch base real quick as you're reviewing. Make sure you are working hard today and get as much done as you can. And then we'll have next class to do some review too.